GMGM. My name is Simulations, aka Kyle Hinton, and I'm the developer behind MuultiSpace. And I'm just here to tell you a little bit about why I created MuultiSpace. When I first came to Solana, I was really stoked about the possibilities of ownership and how that could be represented for creators on the internet and online. Like right now, the internet is broken and it is also kind of boring now. And one of the things that makes it broken is that even though creators, quote unquote, own their work on, all the mainstream platforms, I believe that we don't truly own our work unless we as creators get to control how our audience accesses that work and how we get paid for that access. So many mainstream platforms, we only get paid as creators through subscriptions, through views, through ad revenue, through sponsors. And I think it's pretty constrained to that. But I think that when we create our content, creators should have the option to have, more variety of possibilities to manage the access to their content. So that could be creating a donation campaign and creating thresholds where people who donate to that threshold, they can access different levels of content. Or maybe they can access content through direct payments, or maybe they access content through digital tickets, or maybe through passwords and riddles. Maybe it's not always a payment thing. Maybe sometimes it's more of a password thing or a something a little bit more fun like that. So I just want to keep on exploring this idea because I think that the internet can be more fun. And I think that it's about giving creators the tools to manage access and making it more fun. Again, okay, one of the things that makes it more fun is actually having the payment systems built into the internet itself. Like right now, with our regular banking platforms, it's really set up in a way where we have just a web app, like an alternate web app sitting on top of the internet, the our banking apps, and those are running every single transaction there is on the internet. On the blockchain's like a giant state machine. It's like many computers creating one computer to manage the many different states that the world goes through as it enacts all the different transactions and exchanges that goes on. If you think of the library as a state machine, every single time somebody borrows a book or returns a book or puts a hold, it makes a change to that state machine. And so people can access that data. You can see who owns what book or how many books are available. You can place holds on those. And that creates this whole system of a state machine. The blockchain does that for the entire world. And Solana does that really, really effectively. And, we'll talk about that another time. This is about MuultiSpace. So MuultiSpace uses the Solana blockchain to have more of these options available with the payment system built in as you're creating your website. And you are choosing how your audience is managing it is, you're choosing how your audience is accessing your content. And, you can create a course, you can create a fun little scavenger hunt with riddles, you could just create content that requires direct payments. There's a lot of things to choose from. So yeah, MuultiSpace is a web page builder where you can manage how content is accessed through a variety of different payment methods using the Solana blockchain. And this gives you more control over how you truly own your content because, let's face it, you don't own your content unless You can manage how your audience can access that content. And I know we want to have free content all the time, just make the race to the bottom endless and, make all art free and all of us artists can starve to death. Or, we can start finding ways to take some power back, do it playfully maybe, and to do that, we do have to be open to new technologies. Not always like AI, maybe blockchain, which is developing, right? We do hear a lot about scams with the blockchain, but in my experience, there's a lot of professional things being built. People are building things that they believe in, that they think are going to better the world and make the world a better place for everyone. And many blockchain projects were also businesses that just failed. They ran out of revenue. They didn't find quite the right market. And scams do happen. Scams happen on Facebook. Scams happen on Instagram. We just hear a lot about it on the blockchain. And I think it's unfortunate because I really think that the tools that are available on the blockchain are tools that really would help creators find more leverage against the mainstream social media paradigms that we are doom scrolling through today. So yeah, hopefully this all made sense. Maybe we will edit it and collage it a little bit more, but yeah, I think that the internet is a little bit boring and broken. I think that the payment systems need to be built into the internet and not built as a app on top controlled by a few. And I think it's really interesting how the blockchain provides this world state machine, like a world computer to manage the world's exchange. And I think that's really cool. But I think it takes more voices to learn about this stuff and to build the tools that would help us out. Otherwise, if we don't have strong voices representing like the betterment of humanity, just the people need to build the things for the world to change. Yeah, people need to build the tools to change the world for the world to change. Anyways, that's all I want to say. It's been a great night, and cheers.